Well, good morning and welcome back to Summer Fun. We hope that you had a great time off for those last couple of weeks that we've been gone. And so excited that you're back again today for us to start again and have lots of fun here at the Weekday Learning Center with our Summer Fun. So let's get started with Strong and Courageous by the Justin Graves Band. So let's sing about Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Told me just the other day that I should come
everybody find a seat. Fingers on your lips. Hands up high. Down low. Behind your back. On your stomach. On your knees. On your elbow. On your shoulder. On your chest. On your neck. On your chin. On your nose. Ear. 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 Shoulders. Cross your arms in front of your shoulders. Hug yourself tight. Elbows up. And back down. Cross your legs, one in front of the other. Stretch your arms out straight. Turn your hands in and close them together so your arms are crossed and your legs are crossed. Bring your hands in and out. And in and out. And up and down. And up and down. And close and far. And close and far. And open. Sometimes my hands are at my side. Sometimes they go behind my back and behind. Sometimes my hands go clap, clap, clap. And then I put them in my lap. Where I will keep them as quiet as can be. Quiet as can be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's story time, you see. All right, so before we left for the break, we were learning a story about Moses. Baby Moses, remember, he went to live with the Pharaoh. Well, after Moses grew up to be a grown-up man, he left the Pharaoh's palace, and he went out and he was wandering around in the desert, in the wilderness, the Bible tells us. And one day, he saw a bush that was on fire. And so he went close to the bush, but the bush wasn't burning up. It was just a regular green bush burning. Really strange. And so as Moses got closer, the bush started talking to him. And the bush was telling him, I need you to go back to the Pharaoh and tell him to let the people go. The Pharaoh was holding a lot of God's people. He was keeping them as slaves. He was making them work hard for him, and he wasn't treating them nice. And so Moses was sent by God to tell the Pharaoh, you need to let the people go. And so this week we're going to be learning that story about what happened with Moses and with the people. Moses is all grown up now. He looks like he's got a gray head in here, right? He's holding some tablets, and that we'll learn about later on. But what happened in the beginning is Moses goes back to the Pharaoh and he tells him, Pharaoh, God says, let the people go. And the Pharaoh says, no! Cross your arms and say no really, really loud. Can I hear you? No! And so Moses said, okay, but something might happen. Well, God sent 10 things. Can you close your hands? Let's count to 10. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they were called plagues. 10 plagues. 10 things that happened that were really pretty yucky and made the people ask, or made the Pharaoh tell Moses, tell your God to make it stop. Like one time God sent a bunch of rain, but it was raining big pieces of ice. And it was hurting people, and they were trying to get into shelter, and they couldn't. And the Pharaoh said, let's make it stop, Moses. And Moses prayed to God, and God made it stop. And Moses says, now you're going to let the people go? And the Pharaoh says, no! And then another thing that happened, there were a bunch of flies. God sent all of these flies everywhere. Aren't flies kind of disgusting? Especially when you're outside and they land on your food and stuff, right? Or when they get in the house and you're trying to get rid of them. Well, there were like hundreds and thousands of them everywhere. And they were all over the place. And the Pharaoh says, let the people go. And Moses says, let the people go. And the Pharaoh says, no! Well, after 10 things happened, 10 bad things, like some of the 2 that I just discussed with you happened, finally the Pharaoh said, get out of here. Tell those people to go. So Moses tells everybody, pack up your stuff, and let's go. And they start running, and they start running, and they start running. Can you run? Run, 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 stop! Because in front of them is a whole lot of water. And so what Moses did was, he picked up his rod, and you know the song that we sing about Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Well, that's what Moses is saying to him. And then in the song, it talks about how they get to the water, and Moses raises his staff, and he puts it in the water, and when he does that, the water parts completely in two. And God's people run across the dry land, like we talk about in the song. Then they get to the other side, and they look behind them, and they see, uh-oh, here comes Pharaoh's army, and they're chasing after them. And so Moses again picks up his rod, sticks it in the dry sand that God has pulled the water away from, and as the Pharaoh's army is coming in after them, the water goes whoosh, back on top of all the people, and they are saved. Can you say, hey, yay, woo, we're saved? Just like the people did with Moses. Now we'll learn a little bit more in detail as we go on this week about Moses and the wonderful things that God had planned for him to do. God gave him some really great, strong tools to be able to take care of his people, and he can do that for all of us too. So let's put our hands together and bow our heads. Dear God, we thank you for today, for your love, and for Jesus. Help us to remember the story of Moses, who saved the people from the Pharaoh. In your name we pray, amen. All right, let's say our Bible verse together. Do you remember it? In a couple of weeks now, so let's say it together. All right? Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Let's say it again. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. All right, well, it's birthday time now. And we had several birthdays while we were gone, so we've got a lot to sing to. And then we've had a couple that you probably had it over the weekend, and we're going to get you tomorrow, okay? When we do our birthday time tomorrow, we will sing to you. So today we're going to be singing to Kay, to Luke, to Lucy, to Abby, to Cohen, to Kyle, to Aubrey, to another Luke, to Hooper, to Craig, to Trip, and to Miss June. All right, you ready? That's 12 we've got to sing to. So let's sing. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kay, dear Luke, dear Lucy, dear Abby, dear Cohen, dear Kyle, dear Aubrey, dear Luke, dear Hooper, dear Craig, dear Trip, dear Miss June. Happy birthday to you. And I'll come around and sing to you in your class today as well, okay? All right, well, that brings us to our contest now. It's time for our contest. And don't forget, we need you to bring in those donations that we can give to Ham. You're really helping us by building it up, and we're going to need to see more and more, okay? We're still short of our 2,000 pounds, so bring that stuff in. But let's sing our practice contest song for today. All right, here we go. Jesus loves me.
For the Bible is
tomorrow.